So let me give you an example of how I interact with clients and to help them with safety, form checks, figuring out intensities, all those great questions you had. Let's look at this client's. I'm going to go back a couple weeks in time so that we can look at progress over time and also how to log stuff. So this is a couple weeks ago. Friday workout is a full body workout. She's repeating just like you will 4 weeks of the same workouts. She's got 3 scheduled per week. That's just what works for her. I always recommend starting with at least 2 and then another one or maybe even 2 if you have the schedule to accommodate that. Right at the top, I've got a little coaching instruction that is attached to almost every workout you get. If it's not, it's an accident. But you can connect with me anytime through text messaging or the TrainHeroic messaging or Instagram messaging to send me form check videos. So basically just send me a video of yourself doing the exercise and ask for any kind of feedback and anything else you need in the moment. Sometimes I respond right away. Sometimes I can't respond till later. But I do my best. Next is a little bit of information about how you determine the intensity. I like to use this tool called Reps in Reserve. It's a widely used scale that asks you essentially to subjectively rate your how many more reps you could have done once you're done with your set. And we almost always are looking for an RIR of 1 to 3. Every single exercise will tell you a Reps in Reserve target, unless it's something that's like an accessory that just needs to be hard, and we're not so concerned about the specific intensity. Some other helpful tips about how to progress and some ways to get the most out of using this app, and then a little more information about Reps in Reserve and why it's so critical, especially in perimenopause. And then the actual scale itself. There you can see it. Starts at -1, which would be not able to complete 1 rep, up to a 5+, which is just, a warm-up weight, essentially. Let's go into an exercise. We'll go to the deadlift, trap bar deadlift. This week, the first week of November, she did 3 sets of 5 reps, all at 135. Let me go into that. I clicked on that little collection of blue numbers, and it gives me a really nice history of everything she's done in the past. So if she's not quite sure what she wants to do this week or feels good to do with this week, she can see her progression. You can see that we started in early October with a fairly moderate weight when she was learning how to do the skill, and then brought the workload up over time. She's pretty strong as shit, so she went right up to pretty high workloads pretty quickly. If this the space is the space below the demo video, which is that black square, they don't always show up that way, but this is a great demo video that's very lengthy. I also make my own and install them, but Girls Gone Strong is a really great resource for well done demo videos. So sometimes I plop theirs in instead. Below that is the recommended reps and Reps in Reserve. Today is an RIR2 target. That'll almost always stay the same for each lift throughout the 4-week progression. In the blanks below, I think that the 5s are pre-written by me, and then there will be a suggested workload of approximately 5 pounds more, or actually exactly 5 pounds more, because that little +5 is there, than the workloads that were done the previous week. So it said +5, and then beside that it said 135 before she logged anything, and she decided after warming up and getting her feet under her that 135 was feeling like an RIR of 1 or 2 or 1 or 0. It was too hard. So she started with 115 for her first set and overrode what was listed for what felt like the right Reps in Reserve to get the effect that she needs, which is progressively harder over a period of time. Subjectively, not by numerically. It's never linear numerically. And then for the next set, she warmed up to 135, and then she blasted off for her third set at 140. So she actually did what was suggested to her, and she got a little trophy for that. If we move to 2 weeks later, I think this might be it. You can see all that same stuff. Let's go to her deadlift. So this week she again worked at 120. She started a little higher, but she built up to 135, so just a little bit lower than the previous weeks. And then this coming week, it's not been done yet, so I'll show you what that looks like. And I think it's going to suggest 5 more than she did last week. Yeah, so she did all 3 sets at 135. It's going to suggest 140. She can either say did it by clicking that green dot, or she can override it with whatever number she actually did. And I want to point out, even though she didn't go up, up, up every week, it is not an indicator that she's not getting any stronger. It's just what's happening now. So you can be stuck at a workload for a while, still gain strength. I want to point that point out too. I think that's a good overall review of the app. Oh, one other way you can connect with me is through the chat, which is the center icon on the bottom row of icons. So that's another way to reach out to me. You can send me form check videos, like I said before, and communicate with me in any other way you need to. So if something isn't feeling good, we can work on it. I think there's a note here. Yeah. So she communicated through her notes on this workout. How much is a set? I did 15:30 for 10. Is that 1 set or 10 sets? And I responded up here. I check these every couple of days and respond to any questions and make changes. I think I reworded the workout on the following week to make it clearer how many bouts was a set and all that. So that's another way to get in touch with me, is just leave a note and I'll make changes as needed. All right. I hope that helps assuage some of your anxieties about your potential injury risk and your ability to find the right workloads and progress. It's all about educating you and also just staying in tight communication to make sure you're progressing like in a way that feels comfortable.